Okay, tonight we're going to talk a lot about leadership, and we're talking about leadership that we carry as leaders without having self-abandonment. And I wanted to chat with you. Shanita, I got to ask you this question. This is
Mm,
how we're going to start this. I want to ask you a question about when did leadership start feeling heavy? Where it's
mm,
clouding your mind, you're not sure which direction you're going, it doesn't feel meaningful. You may be not feeling as purposeful, heavy, and it's just really wrecking your day. Leadership
yeah.
can feel like that. For many women, leadership begins with a vision. We start with a vision, and then we are caring extraordinarily deeply. Like we are very deeply tied to all the things that we're doing. We are committed usually. And then we are also willing to show up for people. That's what leadership does. But somewhere along the way, leadership becomes caring everything. A lot of times
Mm,
it can become that, right?
yeah.
Carrying the decisions, carrying the pressure, carrying the emotional weight of just being in business and being connected to other people who also have their own goals, their own agendas, their own position. So tonight we're going to redefine leadership in a
Mm,
way that allows you to grow your business without disconnecting from yourself and without disconnecting from your own process. It really can be a really big challenge. Leadership was never meant to require self-abandonment. Let me say that again.
mm.
Leadership was never meant to require you to drop yourself in the meantime. Never meant to have self-abandonment. All right. So
No, ma'am.
yeah. Anyway, Shanice,
So
let's get into it now.
yeah, let's define leadership because it's been so diminished and convoluted. Because you think about leadership as this big, boastful, this display, but let's redefine what it means. So leadership is the ability to direct energy, starting with yourself.
Mm.
Listen, we're talking about self
One more
leadership.
time. Say it one more time because I
Self
don't think they
leadership.
got it. Yeah.
Leadership is the ability to direct energy, starting with yourself.
Yeah.
Self leadership. That's a big one.
Well, you got to
See,
start with yourself.
oh my, but we often get it backwards, right? But leadership begins internally before it ever shows up externally.
Right.
Okay? The way you lead your time, your decisions, the way you lead your emotional capacity. Many of us women have been taught that leadership happens through endurance, right? How much we can endure, how much we
Right.
can take, how much we can continue to give out. But endurance means continuing to carry weight without any type of relief. And it's the endurance that gets praised, not the calm, not the clarity, but the endurance, right? Then we'll say things like, oh, she handles everything. Oh, she's strong. She always shows up.
Hmm.
Let's talk about it. But strength without structure will lead to exhaustion. Like that's real.
Yeah, it's real. And I say that, I certainly 100% agree. So I want to break it down, just break it down. See, it's not just, the endurance situation with us having to carry everything, but let's talk about something else that happens. It weighs heavy on your system, on your body, in your mind, in your muscles, in
Come
everything that
on.
regulates within you. Your nervous system is the body's internal regulator, and it controls your stress response. It controls how you feel, whether you feel calm or overwhelmed. When leadership lives only in your mind and in your body,
Mm,
it means your body is holding all the responsibility without
mm,
the external support or the structure. This
uh,
whole thing may show up as constant tension. You may end up with like migraine headaches, or let's just say you're having trouble. You go lay down and you toss it and you're turning. You may
mm,
always feel like your mind is rushing and racing all the time. You may have trouble separating your business from your personal life, and it just becomes exhausting. You always
mm.
feeling mentally on. Y'all know what I'm talking about. um, your business exists, outside of you. And you got to remember that it exists outside of you. So it's never been designed to live inside of you and inside of your body. It can take you, really, it can take your life. So, mm,
Wow. Wow. When you put it like that, it's scary, but that's so true. So let's define the word boundaries because boundaries is scary, right? It's a big, scary word that we don't like to implement because it feels separate. So let's think about it that it's not something to misunderstand, but it's more of like a structure that
right,
protects your capacity, right? Think
exactly.
about like something protecting you, like a hedge of protection to protect you. And what is capacity? Capacity means how much you can sustainably carry without harming your clarity, your health, or decision-making skills. Did y'all hear that? Or did I
Yes.
just repeat that?
Wait a minute. I
Okay.
want you to repeat that one more time. So say it one more. I want to get this. Say it one more time.
Okay. So a boundary is a structure that protects your capacity. And capacity means how much you can sustainably carry without harming your clarity, your health, or decision-making skills.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like that part. So
Mhm.
boundaries help you to decide what you will carry, what
And
you
what
will
you won't.
delay, what you will delegate, what you will decline. I'm gonna
Mm,
say that part again.
mhm,
Boundaries help you decide what you will carry, what you'll delay, what you'll delegate, what you'll decline.
mhm.
Without boundaries, leadership becomes reactive.
Right.
Okay, we
Exactly.
want to be proactive, not reactive. But with boundaries,
Amen.
becomes leadership
Church
becomes
say.
intentional. Did you
Yeah.
hear me in the back?
Yes.
Without boundaries, leadership becomes reactive, but with them, leadership becomes intentional. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I got that. I got that.
Mm,
So many women normalize caring too much. Many women walk around with an S on their chest. It
oof.
we y'all, that's not what life's supposed to be. When you become the decision maker, right? You become the problem solver. How about that? You become the
Mm,
emotional support person. You become the stabilizer. And over time, we start to normalize this. It feels like this is just the way it is.
just
Like
the
we
way
can
it is.
just deal with it. But listen, normal and sustainable, those are not the same things.
Mm, mm,
Normal
mm.
and sustainable are two very different things. Sustainable leadership means you can continue growing without draining yourself in the process.
I hope y'all getting this tonight. I really hope y'all
Sustainable.
are. Man, so good. I want to give you two questions to really sit with. Don't skim past this. Don't try to turn the page. Don't try to log off, go get some snack on.
Nope.
Listen, okay? These questions create awareness, and
Right.
awareness is what creates change. Do you hear me?
Yes.
So the first question, where have you normalized carrying more than your current capacity allows?
Exactly.
Where have you normalized that at? Okay, can we be honest right now? And then
I
question
think so.
two, yeah, what would leadership look like if it honored you as the whole woman as
Yep.
much as your responsibility?
Right.
I mean, oh my God.
Say
This
that
include
second question again.
Second
question
question.
two.
Yeah. Go ahead. Say it again.
Okay, question one, where have you normalized carrying more than your current capacity allows? Okay. And then question two, what would leadership look like if it honored you as the whole woman as much as your responsibilities,
Right.
right? This includes your energy, your mental clarity, your emotional stability. See,
Yes.
leadership that ignores you as the whole woman eventually becomes unsustainable.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say that part again in case the woman in the back couldn't hear me. Okay.
We're in
Leadership
the back. Y'all in the back of the church. Can y'all hear her? Go ahead.
leadership that ignores you as the whole woman eventually will become unsustainable. Give them
So
takeaways, Teresa, because they, yeah.
I'm gonna give y'all some takeaways based on this
Hmm.
conversation that we're having right now. Listen, if you are a woman entrepreneur, leading your business and your family, these are things you need to just take notes on.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you some practical actions and things that you can use immediately. Number one, define your
Ooh.
leadership capacity by asking yourself this daily.
Mm.
What are the three most important leadership decisions you need to make today?
Today.
Today, not tomorrow and not yesterday and not next week. Today, let's get it down to the nitty-gritty.
Mhm.
Leadership becomes clearer when you become specific. And y'all know about SMART goals, right? I know if you are a woman in business right now, then you are already been defining what a SMART goal is. The first letter in SMART goals is specific. And
Mhm.
so we need what we're doing, what's important to become very specific. So those three items should be specific. Now, let's keep going. Takeaway number two is separate the urgent from the important.
Mm. Can you say it again, Teresa?
Yeah, separate the urgent from important. Like,
Oh
sometimes when
man.
people will make things urgent means something demands your attention right now, very quickly. Get on it. Don't let it sit.
Okay.
Important means something that's going to impact your business, and you may need it to move your business forward, but it doesn't have to be done right now. It can be
Oh.
planned.
Mm.
So plan your important and move on your urgent, like right away.
Yeah.
So many women spend their energy on urgent tasks that delay important decisions.
Mm.
Okay. And leadership requires protecting your time so that when you're dealing with these urgent tasks that come up, you get back to those important decisions. You got to plan those in. You got to put that in the system, right? All right.
So how do we? I'm sorry. Can I ask, like,
Yes.
to take away and like to help build the urgency from the importance when sometimes we're in a, I guess, in just emergency mode. You know what I mean? It's I mean, this more of a urgency. Is that kind of more dealing with finances? Is that, I mean, I guess it would be
That's a
more
good
tailored to
question.
your business, but you know what I mean?
Simone,
Like,
that's a great question. I will say this. It can be financially driven. A lot of times, most of our emergency situations can be financially driven, but they can also be things like if you're a landlord, your pipe bursts and your tenants no longer have any water pressure, and you got water by the thousands of gallons pilling out, going straight through the meter, and it's going to create a major problem. It could be like last year, one of my clients, their house burnt to the ground. That's an emergency, right? You got to get people in there to kind of deal with that. So it depends on your business and what's happening. But what's urgent are things that cannot wait and that are going to cost somebody either their life, an extraordinary amount of
yeah.
money, or a situation it's an emergency, right? It needs to be handled now.
Mhm.
So whereas important is defined by something that's going to move your business forward and bring momentum into the business because you've discovered some things after working for however long you've been working, and you are now able to direct your attention to making it more efficient, better service. You're able to add more value, and you need to communicate that in a way that's more effective. So it's all of those things.
I want to share a quick visual too for people who want to see visually. I
Yeah.
have like a chart that I made, and I have like, and if you guys want a copy of this from WoBiz, we can make you one. But it's a quadrant, four quadrants. The first one that's important plus urgent means the door's on fire. This has to be done ASAP, right?
Yeah.
Then you have the door that moves my life or my business. That's important but not urgent. And
Right.
then down here you have not urgent but important, which means somebody else put it on you. It's their emergency, not yours. And that's the door you close.
Hmm.
And then not important, not urgent, you shouldn't be doing it anyway. If y'all want a copy of something like this, the WoBiz Fam Circle, we will get this to you at the
I
end of the
do.
video. Yeah, I will get
That's
this
that's
up for
great.
y'all in the private community on Facebook. But yeah, keep going, Teresa. I got
So
you.
I
All right.
want to give you takeaway number three because we're on number three and there's four. You need to build recovery into your leadership. And recovery means intentional time where you get to settle yourself. And we're talking about personal recovery. to your system so you can get back to neutral. Because a lot of times your business will take you yo-yoing through the day through a bunch of emotional ups and downs and, joys and highs and lows and, oh, it's this and now it's that. And you've got to get back to neutral. Just, absolutely get back to neutral. This can be for me, and I posted it today, and a lot of times you'll see me posting things that are helpful for me. For me, it's meditation. For me, it's
Mm,
meditation. It's also getting quiet, just sitting quiet, turning off all the things, turning the this and the that and the TV and the phones and everything. Just like my phone will go on silent. I'll just push the button and y'all can't get me. It is
mm.
also maybe taking a hot bath in some Epsom salt. And you do
Yeah.
need the Epsom salt in there. And I'm not talking about just a little tiny cup of Epsom salt. Put half the
Mm-mm.
bag in there.
And don't forget the bath bomb. It's the water pretty too.
Yeah, yeah, that part. But what I'm saying is those things can make your life just better.
Yeah.
I also do a lot of breath work. And earlier this week, or maybe it was last week, we were talking about the power of journaling, just getting things out of your
Oh,
head.
yes.
So I want you guys to think about what else can we do to bring some neutral, get us back to neutral. I want you to think about that. If you have anything that you're using that you can share, go ahead and share it. Share what you do to come back to neutral. A lot of times, people will use chemicals and so forth. I don't do any of that. I don't do alcohol. I don't do marijuana. I don't do pills. I don't do none of that. I want my God-given neutral. And there's no judgment here, but I'm just saying, I want clarity. I want a clear mind all the time. And I think the quiet time, the walking, the breathing, the journaling, the meditating, taking hot baths in some Epsom salt, um, you know, and being nurtured maybe by like somebody who cares about you, like my husband, being
Yeah.
nurtured also helps. So those are the kinds of things that I do.
Can I
Uh,
add one in that I do?
yes, ma'am.
So one that I do is books. I love to read and listen to books. So that can be very common as well. And also with the quietness, the books, especially if there may be a book that speaks to you, it can be the Bible, it can be a personal development book, it can be a business book. But
Yeah.
books has a way to transform where you at in the moment and actually bring down the pressure based on what's in that book. So yeah, I recommend books as well.
Right. Clearing that mind. Clearing that
Yes,
mind.
ma'am.
So recovery protects long-term clarity, and that's so critical. It's just so critical. Number four is use boundaries to protect decision quality. Every decision you make requires mental energy. Never forget that. It requires
Okay.
you to think about it just a little bit, and sometimes a lot of bit. Protecting your energy improves your decision quality. That's what you need to know. Improve decision business outcomes. So
Mhm.
when you are thinking clearly, your outcomes are going to be better. You're going to be able to think
Yeah.
straight, and you'll be able to figure out things and solve problems and bring solutions where maybe you couldn't before. Maybe it's just too much.
Mm.
Boundaries also protect leadership effectiveness. They
Mm.
they make that very much a smoother, more impactful and transformational, effective
Yeah.
decisions. Yeah.
So good. We got Wendy on Instagram. She says she does naps and aromatherapy. Shout out to you, Wendy, for tuning
Hey,
in.
Wendy.
She's enjoying the live. So
Yay.
yeah, I haven't tried aromatherapy, but I can see how that can be very beneficial as well. So we want you to see and hear this very clearly tonight, right? If you didn't hear anything else, I want you to hear one clear thing that boundaries are not you withdrawing. Don't think of them as big walls to stay away from with the big X. Like, no, they are leadership structures, right? They allow you to lead longer,
Yep.
lead clearer, and lead with stability. When leadership becomes sustainable, when includes you as the whole woman.
Right.
Again, leadership becomes sustainable when it includes you as the whole woman. Like Teresa said, we're not just entrepreneurs. We're
No.
many times moms, we're wives, we're sisters, we're auntie, all that. So
Yeah.
leadership that becomes sustainable when it includes you as the whole woman. So make sure y'all really hear that tonight, okay?
Yeah. This is why, and this is why your environment matters. Let me say
Mhm.
this. you got to find community. You've got to connect in. You want to be around other people that clearly understand what it takes, because you're going to need that support. If you're growing your business, leadership becomes clearer when you're surrounded by women who understand the responsibility that you're carrying. And it's
Mm,
different. Men are different. It's different from what men have to do and what women have to do. It's different. It's very different. And you gain perspective faster when you're in a room full of women who understand what's happening. You make decisions faster. You stop carrying everything in, and you're not just
mm.
maintaining everything internally. This is critical. If you want to have a business that sustains, trust me, I have been around it and been doing this for 32 years. And I want to tell you that you're not, you need this, you need the community around you. Nobody does anything well for a long period of time by themselves.
Yes. So good. So listen, if you are a woman entrepreneur, balancing business and family, and leadership has started to feel heavier than it should, we want to invite you to the WoBiz Fam Circle. This community exists to support women who are building businesses while honoring their capacity, their clarity, and them as the whole woman. Inside WoBiz Fam, you gain perspective, support, decision clarity in a room where you don't have to carry leadership alone. You don't do life alone. Do y'all hear me? Don't do business alone. Okay?
Right.
Join us inside the WoBiz Fam Circle.
Right.
We built this community because we know it serves a real need.
Yeah.
We are the women in business, balance business and family. Are
Yeah.
we not?
Yes, yes. These we are real entrepreneurs doing real business every single day, and and we go through this. So we
So
invite you,
good.
we invite you to join our community. And if there's anything you took away that was meaningful to you, please let us know, because we really want to bring content to you that strikes a core. And we're excited about this. We're excited. You can find us both on YouTube. You can find us on Facebook,
Yeah.
Instagram. We are everywhere that everybody is. So, yeah, join us next
So,
week.
shout out to Wendy. She said, "Thank you. These leadership tips are so good. Thank you for watching." Wendy, we on Instagram, but like Teresa said, we're on Facebook as well, and our community is there. But with that, Teresa, do you want to have any questions? Maybe do Simone have any questions you want to take, or
Any questions, guys? If you have any questions, please ask your questions. We are
yeah,
here to answer them while we're live for a little bit, and we'd love to answer. I don't
any
think.
questions?
Don't be
No
scared.
questions?
Don't be shy. This is
Any
the time.
questions, Wendy? Any comments, feedback?
Be ready to hear more gems next week. That's all. It was great. It was great takeaways. I actually kind of teared up like in the beginning because it's so relatable. It's just so
Wow.
relatable, and it's very key that build your community. So I really feel that.
It's real. It's real. So everybody have a good night, and
Yes.
we'll see you next week. This is one perspective for WoBiz Fam. You guys can see it on YouTube, where you see both myself and Shanitha in it live. Where you got us both. We just put it here so you knew that it existed. And again, it's on YouTube under WoBiz Fam. Go like the page. Go like the page, and you can go back and watch all the rest of the replays if you found value here. So.
Yes, and all my people on YouTube, like the video, like and subscribe. If you enjoyed the conversation tonight, let us know your takeaways. Comment below. What was your ouch moment? What was your ooey moment? Like, be real, be honest. We build
Yeah.
in community for women like you. We cannot wait to see you inside the WoBiz Fam community. And with that, we'll see you next Monday at
Yep.
7 p.m. CST,
And
8 p.m.
yeah,
EST. I ain't forget about you.
yeah,
8
yeah.
p.m. EST. And that is it for tonight. We will see you all in the community. Thank you so
All
much for
right.
watching.
Good night, guys.
Bye.
Good night. Have a nice evening.
Okay, wait, I gotta pause. I gotta wait to